I'm not right when you want. Stop when you don't. There are not. максимум 조시 모이티 подшлемся.
咁單 case 就交俾我咯噃，多謝晒老細。I'm 泥鯭的士 ，of course you would bet it。Oh, welcome，喂 Sir。
Just one more page. Just one more page.
Excuse me, where is this place? Oh, you mean put my hands on this? Alright, done. You mean it's an arcane skill? An arcane skill makes me speak your language and you speak mine? I think I've heard it before. When and where exactly? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The number of paper is more than 9. Is this what the girl with the flower needs? You see anything different on me? Another pair of... Ding, ding, ding. Whew, it's not easy, but I'm glad that you're all happy.
If possible, a knock on the door would be appreciated. Speak.
It's so nice to meet you. I've been waiting for so...
Привет, Miss Watson. I'm arranging the table from the left.
I have to remind you that jump scares are really outdated.
You'd better really. Two gentlemen walked into a party. Oh, welcome, White Sir!
Just one more pitch.
Hi.
Just one more pitch. Just one more pitch.
Are we really going in the right direction? This place is nothing but grass, grass and grass. The Eastern arcane skill, you said, is just a deception.
No one is begging you to stay here.
Oh, two foreign merchants. I'm 九娘子, filling in for the former 直里. Are you in trouble?
Our teammates were turned into horses and brought away by a talking giant bird.
You should not be here. The Featherman is related to some disappearances in the city.
You're a Xiangrui. Why do you have to do that?
Stop this now, or even a real Xiangrui cannot save you from the disaster.
They pretended to be merchants to get into the city, but they are actually with the Featherman.
Casting the Eastern arcane skill we're looking for requires a price. A terrible price.
The picture of the wanted is complete. Please have a look.
Great! All thanks to that foreign lady. She must be good at painting?
Газета? Их телега уже давно не появлялась. Я слышала, что цена была низкая и рабочих рук у них не хватало. Эти торговцы жадные, как бездонная яма. Впрочем, как и те фермеры. Дым, пыль, приискиватели — это последнее, что нужно этому бедному городу. В прошлый раз она была в отъезде целый год и не прислала ни одного письма. Сейчас она опять уезжает в такие места, где подружиться можно только с комарами, вшами и ссыльными. Святая Мария, не дай ей заболеть или вернуться домой ослепшей, как та женщина. Вы имеете в виду медаль, врученную за исследование? Она из бронзы. Кто знает, сколько рублей она стоит. Не говоря уже о тех балах, которые она упустила. Молодые кавалеры приходили и уходили, но у нее даже не было возможности с ними познакомиться.
Route confirmed. Clothes, maps, carriage ticket, reference letter, glass bottles, rock hammer, and the knife in my pocket. Oh, I need to waterproof the papers. Linen, it's, oh, here it is. I could bring more new parchment this time. Wait, why is it already used? It's a record I wrote from dictation. Judging from the handwriting, I must have done it in the wilds. The edge is ragged, so probably it's been stored for over a year since it dried. Over a year? Oh, it's the travel diary Madame Besmertz asked me to write down for her. Maybe I should call it travel notes? Either way, I think I had completed the arrangement and sent the original to her. There's no way I forgot such an important thing. So, what is it doing here? And it's missing a few days of records. October 10, October 16, October 17, October 17. Cloudy. We sold the carriage and rented boats from the local farmers to sail along the River before it froze. In this way, we might be able to enter the city of Omsk without passing the North Gate. After all, the travelers from the Far East had said the city was heavily guarded like a fortress, and the guards would not overlook the slightest inconsistency between people's stories and their documents. We had to go through this trouble because we were in such a rush when we set off that we had little time to prepare the documents. They were far from authentic enough to convince the guards.
Before we left, I gave several speeches to raise funds for the travel. The last speech was in a new park in the downstream area of the River. My assistant described to me that the park was crowned by a large pile of cumulate rock, which was burdened with the European Russian vegetation, all in its best time of year. This is the note on the 17th, the day after October 18th. I have almost no recollection of that day. Child, do you recall anything?
October 18. I do. After we took a break and collected the supplies we needed, you talked to the governor. He introduced you to a historian and sent a land surveyor.
Oh. Yes, I remember it now. Bits of trivia. Let's skip that day for now.
Yes, madam.
October 19th, partly sunny. I elaborated on my plan in my speech in the park. One of my arguments mentioned the Duchois festival in the Eastern Land.
Legend of the Duchois festival.
I was gratified to see that the audience was drawn to the relations between land worship and the historical geological features in Asia, and the investigation materials about a long-lost arcane skill. While the forms of land worship vary from one religion to another, the stories about an Eastern arcane skill known to the merchants as Ask and Acquire are almost identical. In those stories, men and women with determined minds overcame the highest mountain and the deepest canyon to seek an answer. They patiently endured the suffering like the ascetics, pleading for the gods of Shirti's motherly mercy and hoping to be given what they asked. Even to this day, after the seekers are long gone, the god has never shown itself to any one of us. But we know it was there, for there is no better proof of the Ask and Acquire than this revived land. There is a sureness in people's remarks on Ask and Acquire. They are certain about its authenticity, like any geologist would not doubt the difference of soils and floodplains and mountains. That's right. Do we really have to see it to believe it? None of us have ever touched one sedimentary rock, but we can infer that such a thing exists.
Madam, your analogy?
Is there a problem?
The existence of sedimentary rock can be verified, but that of the lost arcane skill cannot.
Which is what I'm going to do now, to find the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle.
Pardon me, ladies. She's right. We do need to find something, otherwise, how are we supposed to make up for this time we've spent running and waiting?
What?
Take a good look around.
The rain has stopped.
Don't act like you just noticed it, miss. How much longer are we going to wait, huh? Long enough for the vultures to eat the flesh and bones?
You...
Mr. Krolik, you're troubled by unnecessary concerns. The vultures are scavengers. They are here only for the animal corpses brought by the thunderstorm. They will leave us alone.
So they don't pose a threat. Then what's with the waiting?
If you're trying to get us back on the road, you have the right to propose it directly. The team discusses to decide the next step. That's how things have worked all the way. We are not trying to waste your time.
That's what I mean. We should get going now.
I see. We will suggest the directions as usual, and everyone will vote to decide, and...
Oh no, you don't get it. There's no need to discuss or vote.
Hmm?
Because we are not going forward, but going back. That's the only direction available. I'm not the only one with this idea, Miss Besner. Those legends from the East, that the show festival, is it? And the arcane trick you call ask and acquire. None of them matter more than our lives. Can anyone promise there won't be another emergency like this? What if we can't find shelter next time? Yeah. We'll be lying dead out there, just like those corpses.
I hear you. Given what happened earlier, it is only reasonable that you would wish to return.
Привет, Miss Verton. I'm arranging the travel notes from the last trip. Well, yes, sometimes it's...
So are we on the same page?
I fully understand where you're coming from, and I acknowledge your reasoning.
What are you trying to...
But we still need a vote to decide.
Wait.
No problem, of course. It's the civilized way to solve it. But I require we skip the speech. We have no time to waste on your monologue.
All right.
Madam!
All right, gentlemen. If you agree to go back, please, raise your hand. Four to two. See, we can make decisions in no time. Right?
This is their trap, madam. We can't just... Are you really fine with going back empty-handed like this?
The vote was required by Miss Besnert, not me. And you... I'll take it that you're challenging me to a duel if you continue with this slander.
No, good sir, please don't take it the wrong way. We don't have to go physical.
What about Mr. Urian? He has not voted yet, so the vote is not over.
Oh, he's too tired to show up. But I'm sure he shares the same idea with us because... we are all humans. Of course, he's on our side.
Say no more, Krolik. Pack your things. Let's head back.
Fine. We'll split up from here then.
We'll take all the supplies with us, or we can't make our way back. No discussion.
Gentlemen, the team was put together in good faith. Perhaps we should negotiate, not...
The compass doesn't work here. You need me to find the way back. Leave our supplies, and I'll show you the way.
You have to do this the hard way.
Could be something that... Huh. Are you harassing our members? Please, listen.
Victory secured. I should excuse myself.
That, my friends, is not how civilized people solve their problem.
Mr. Jorian!
Mr. Jurian.
Monsieur Krolik, I thought you were here to discuss the reallocation of supplies with Madame Besmer. I didn't expect this.
Well...
It's true that you didn't choose to be here. You are here because you have an important mission given by the governor to complete. We have come this far. Do you really want to give up now? As for you, gentlemen, Petrov, I'm surprised you're here too. It's a risk that none of us expected, but it shouldn't have broken your will. I remember you showed a great interest in those ancient strata in the south when we were at the speech.
All we need is safety. There will always be a buffer period after extreme weather. We should seize the chance and head back. If you persuade Miss Besmet to give us a confirmed date before which we can find the running water and come back, we can stick to the original plan.
Madame Besmet?
Certainly. You see, these are all negotiable.
Wait, about the date. We can only decide after making an inventory.
You have 30 minutes.
That's enough.
You know... Mr. Jorian is very interested in Arcanum and Arcanists. He is the keenest supporter of our journey besides the governor. Even if his understanding of Ask and Acquire is significantly different from mine. The legend of Ask and Acquire, as told by many merchants, always involves a certain price. The price takes different forms in the stories, but mostly it is a great danger.
I believe that refers to the highest mountain and deepest canyon in those stories.
I reckon so. But Mr. Jorian, as a human historian studying the arcane skill, believes it's a form of exchange that arcanists make with nature.
And you think he's wrong?
At this stage, we can't verify anything, so all these assumptions will have to remain assumptions. However, as we are getting closer to that mysterious land, my craving for its knowledge is also becoming stronger. What do we know about the supplies?
Put aside the water problem, the supplies can feed everyone for 8 days, maybe 12 if we economize. We can hold even longer if there are any preys or herders along the way.
Are there any supply stations?
Our supply stations are not on these plains. At least not on the map.
How much drinking water and alcohol do we have left?
Approximately... Oh great. These idiots put water in the alcohol. Now we are short of both.
At least the alcohol has kept them warm.
They could have just drunk the alcohol.
All right, child. Now we should focus on the direction for the next step, not these bits of trivia. Regarding which, just to be clear, what I have in mind is only slightly better than nothing.
Better how?
The moist air and the soil. Have you noticed? The soil beneath our feet is way too sticky, even for a land after a thunderstorm. I'm not entirely sure about this, but I tend to think that there is groundwater beneath us. Which means we are close to running water.
All right. Let me think about how to get us there.
Can't you use your arcane skill?
What? Just because you don't know what to do doesn't mean you should count on this thing. You're not like them.
I just want to make use of everything we have.
Fine, I told you how it works. Without new running water, the old samples in the bottles can only show us the way back. That's the best they can do. This one is from the lower course of the River. The arcane energy I can use for divination is almost faded away. Can it show us the way back? Sure, but that's not what we want. Only Mr. Krolik and his men would be happy to hear that.
To think on the bright side, we still have a chance to go home.
But I didn't leave my homeland to go back there, madam.
Yes, I know. I feel the same. I'm not suggesting we turn back immediately. It's just an option. To the best of my recollection, such moist soil is often found in the mountains and floodplains of the temperate zone, especially in the forest steppes covered with Chernozem. The landscape is very different from where we are now. Before we sheltered from the thunderstorm, you told me about a mountain in the southeast. It blocked the horizon from our sight, right? Based on this, I would assume the thunderstorm was the result of a stronger convection coming from the other side of the mountain. Now, on the steppe, to form a cloud large enough to bring a thunderstorm would require a large amount of running water.
And the source of the running water is probably on the other side of the mountain.
Exactly. We can set off in that general direction. We might not find any water there. That's the worst result. In that case, we can still return here with the help of your arcane skill. As long as we have that glass bottle with us.
That's right.
We tell them we need another 5 days. They won't accept more days than that. If they won't even settle for this, I will convince them, like I did when I first got them on the team.
Mademoiselles, this is a miracle. I'm glad we didn't give up and go back.
Wait. Something's not right.
What are we waiting for? We are on the right path. I have nothing to say.
No, wait. Please don't.
What? Madam, you didn't tell us the running water was right on the side when we pitched camp yesterday.
Yes, because I didn't notice any signs of water.
I thought it was your doing.
I wish it was. But sadly, this is beyond my power. I'm not even sure if we are still staying on the planned route. Indeed, I can hear the river flowing and running against the stones and shores.